Hello everyone, welcome to the first video in my Intro to Vex CAD tutorial. In this video, I'll be giving you an introduction to CAD and Onshape. In this video, I'll be teaching you what is CAD and Onshape and why you should use them, as well as giving you an overview of this course. And finally, I'll help you create your own Onshape account. First of all, what is CAD and why should we use it? CAD, or computer-aided design, is a computer software that allows you to create 3D designs for physical parts. In CAD, teams can digitally design, simulate, and refine complex robot mechanisms in 3D before physically making the robot. Some benefits of CAD are that it allows for early error detection. Because you're making a model of your robot online first, you might be able to catch some mistakes while doing that online. Additionally, using CAD allows for precision and accuracy, as with it you can create highly detailed models and make sure that everything aligns perfectly before building. Additionally, CAD allows you to save materials, as with the CAD you can see what materials you are using and make sure to order exactly what you need and not extras or too less. Finally, CAD allows you to document your design much better than if you were just to draw it or take pictures. As with it, you can see different views of the parts that you might not be able to find in real life. Moving on, I'll now be covering what Onshape is. Onshape is a cloud-based software for CAD that allows you to model parts and assemblies and create drawings of the things that you've modeled. Some benefits of Onshape is that it's very simple. Because Onshape is parametric, or in other words, the different parts that rely on each other can be changed together. If you change one part, anything that relies on that one part will also change as well, allowing it to be much more simple and efficient as you don't need to change a part in multiple places. Another benefit is that Onshape is online. Unlike many other CAD softwares, you won't have to download a site to run Onshape. This can also be beneficial as it can allow you to switch devices and access your documents much easier. Additionally, because Onshape is a cloud-based software, it allows for collaboration. With Onshape, you can share your project with multiple people and work on the same document at the same time. This can be beneficial for teams as it allows you to split up tasks better and manage your time much better and get everything done faster. Finally, Onshape has a good versioning system. With Onshape, you can create different versions of your design that allows you to keep track of different iterations and changes over time, while also allowing you to revert back to a previous design if you ever make a really large mistake. Overall, with Onshape, you can design faster, iterate more freely, and it allows you to focus on building the best robot you can. Now, I'll be covering the course overview. In this course, there'll be 8 lessons, the first one being in this video. In this course, we'll be covering the Onshape interface, using Vex parts in Onshape, using mates in Onshape, different assembly concepts, how to use the Part Studio, and finally how to utilize the CAD in robotics itself. Every video in this series will be modeled like this. I'll first start off by giving an overview of the session and what we'll be covering in that video. After that, I'll cover the concepts and teach anything relevant to it. Next, I'll provide an exercise for you to do on your own. If the exercise involves CAD, I'll also provide diagrams with dimensions or parts that will be used. Finally, if the exercise has CAD, I'll also give a video with a sped up version of me creating the CAD myself. For all the videos with CAD exercises, there'll also be a link in the YouTube description with how the CAD model should turn out. By the end of this course, you should be able to build a robot like this. Now, moving on to the exciting part, I'll show you how to create an Onshape account for yourself. When you open up Onshape, you'll arrive at this page. To create an account, you can go to the top right corner and create a student account. I recommend creating a student account because it allows you to access more tools for free, and it also allows you to create private documents, which you can't do in the Onshape free plan. Once you arrive at this page, you can enter in your first name, your last name, and your email address. Once you enter in all the details, you can click Submit. Now you can choose the options that best describe you. Once you do this, you have to enter in your school name and school website URL. For this process, you do not need to ask school admin, you can just enter it in. Once you fill this all out and check all the boxes, you can complete the sign up. After that, you'll arrive at this page. Once you get here, you'll be sent an email with a link to verify your Onshape account. Once you click on the link to activate your account, you'll arrive at this page. You can then choose a password that meets the password's requirements and get started. Once you finish the sign up, you'll arrive at this page where you can start setting your default units. When using measurements in Onshape, your default units will be like this, where if you measure two parts, it'll automatically come in inches if you use these settings. For now, I'll keep my settings like this. You can also change your mouse controls. There's the Onshape default and other versions. I recommend using the Onshape default unless you have previous experience with a different CAD website. Now, once you come here, you can set up your profile. At the top will be the actual name you entered in, but if you want other Onshape users to see a different name, you can change it. Now, Onshape will check your browser and make sure it has enough data to work with the CAD. And now you're done. Congratulations for making it this far. Now you should try it on your own. Go to the Onshape website and create an account for yourself. Thank you for watching! If you have any questions, feel free to comment it down below.